Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8 The Culture. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8 The Culture.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Pablo Maccabee from 25-8 The Culture with your host, D-Wise, one half from the big fellas.
Yo, what's up, man? Boy D-Wise, half a big fellas, like you already said. You already know what time it is. Let's get it in. We got the best topics out. And once again, we got the monster with us. We got the beast with us. You feel what I'm saying? Lance Draper, you feel what I'm saying? We killed it last show, so we asked the boy to come back, and he made time for us. Lance, appreciate you jumping back on again, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate it. I'm here. I told y'all called me. I'm here. Ain't no questions about it.
That's what's up.
Man. And yo, we killed last show, you feel what I'm saying? So I think we just got good connection. We both speak our minds. So let's give the people what they want. You feel me?
We here for it.
Yeah, so the first topic of discussion, we're going to talk about sports. I know y'all boys into basketball. The topic is is LeBron James the GOAT? Is he officially the GOAT after this championship ring, or is he still just top 5, number 2? There's been a bunch of debate about that. People still say he still ain't quite, making some Michael Jordan status because Michael Jordan did it faster, quicker, more rings, this and that, and the third or whatever. You feel me? So, I know you, D-Wise, you a basketball head. You played college basketball and all that. So I know you very opinionated on the topic. We did a poll this week, and it was 50-50 if LeBron James the GOAT. Some people said no, some people said yeah, but it was a 50-50. I don't know if LeBron James win a couple more rings, do some movies, and I don't know, man. You feel me? He might have to run for president, be the first black basketball player to be, president of the United States or something to, probably, to be the official GOAT. You feel me? So, I want you to drop what you want to say about that.
You know what? I gotta let, I gotta let Lance hit this out the park first, and then I'll speak on it because I'm gonna be 100%. I'm biased on the situation, so I'm gonna let somebody. I know Lance is gonna be, he's gonna back us up with facts. So I gotta let Lance speak his mind, and then I'll definitely speak mine.
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that because if we're going to talk about this basketball, first thing we need to do is congratulate LeBron fucking James. God damn it. You motherfucking right. My man is he ain't the GOAT. All right, we're going to celebrate the championship first. Congratulations to the Lakers. Congratulations to LeBron. You are officially in the 4 MVPs, the 4 championships, 4 finals MVP. That category, it's only you and MJ there. Congratulations. I am a faithful LeBron Knight. We don't do Bron sexual. That's corny. I am a LeBron Knight. You understand me? But with all that said, my man is not the GOAT yet. I'm not gonna fall into the trap. You know what I mean? People want you to jump out the window and be like, no, he's the GOAT now. No. We can't do that yet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta treat this like you're really going to court. You want to take the best case into the courtroom with you. And right now, our case ain't solid enough to quiet the Jordan lovers. It's like, oh, yeah, but he been there. All right, whatever. I need one more MVP or one more championship. If I can get one or the other, then I'm stepping in. I'm kicking that courtroom door open. And I'm leading the charge for all my faithful LeBron Knights. But as of right now, he's not the GOAT.
Wow, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I am shocked. I am really I am shooketh. You feel me? Because I could have swore I was ready for you to come with this LeBron GOAT talk, and I was ready for you to give out your numbers and facts. And I know you know the game, and I know you studied it, and I was ready to counter everything you were gonna say. And the fact that you were he's not the GOAT yet, I'm just like, yo, that's really biased. You feel what I'm saying? That's really being unbiased, I'm trying to say, as far as keeping it down the middle and just keeping it real. He has earned the right to be in the conversation. which is a great respect. You know what I mean? I'm a basketball head, and let's get this straight. You know, I'm gonna put this out there right now. I'm not a LeBron hater. LeBron's the best basketball player in the NBA right now. He showed you again by winning the championship. This is not a tainted series because whoever won the championship was gonna, big up that trophy and be hyped. So the only reason why people are like, oh, it's tainted because I believe Bron won it. So I'm not on that train. I'm fair with this. Whatever it happens, when people won a championship during the, pros lockout, that mattered. Championships matter, especially when you're building a resume. LeBron's resume is very impressive to me. And like I said, I have a little bias into it. The reason I picked up a basketball was because of Michael Jordan. So yes, I have a little bias with certain things like that, but I back up my stuff with facts and numbers. If he can, you're saying his case is done if he gets another championship or another MVP, but there's so much other things that Michael had. Michael still has that Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I mean? Michael still has those scoring titles. Michael still was a steal leader multiple times. There's just so many other things to do it. Michael got two three-peats, which is hard. There's other things that he needs for me to be like, yo, I'm a done, shut up. But I can respect someone saying, listen, here's my argument. You might not win it with my case because I got a lot more things he has to do. But is he number two? Is it a clear number two? Is it only just because of Michael Jordan that he's not number one? Absolutely. But there's other things I think that he's got to do for me to be like, hey, listen, Michael Jordan, you got to sit down. LeBron James is the king. LeBron James is the GOAT. I don't think I can give it to him with that. Now, I'll say this. His resume is not done. He can complete it. To me, you want to know what I'll tip my hat off? If he gets a three-peat, and he can do it. He wins this championship. He gets another one. He gets a three-peat. Those losses won't matter to me as much anymore. I'm gonna be like, he got a three-peat, which is something that is hard to do, especially in this era. If he gets a three-peat, he's gonna at least get two more finals MVPs out of it. Whether they give one to AD and he gets two, he's gonna get that. And I don't know, it's gonna be hard for him to get an MVP race because it seems that the league, and this is being honest, I feel like the league is like, they want the next best thing. And I think LeBron took the league as far as he can go, so it's gonna be hard for him to get an MVP. Does he deserve it? Yeah, he had a great year, but they're going to always, unless he has a perfect year when he dominates everything and it's a hands out, like numbers, everything, they're not going to give it to him because they want to move on. That I realize. It might not be fair, but it's realistic. You feel what I'm saying? They want to give whoever the next young person, whether it's the Greek Freak or if they want to give Kawhi a shot or some of these other younger people, give them that. I think they're going to do it. But to me, and like I said, man, you took so much of my argument. I was saying he's not there yet, but he's number two. He's number two right now, but he still has the opportunity to become number one, and I won't take that away. He's still got time. We got to see what he does, but he's not there yet, but he has time to take it.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate to do this because Jordan's was my guy because I'm a LeBronite, like I said. But we all know the NBA took LeBron's Defensive Player of the Year award and gave it to that trash bag Marc Gasol. If you look at the numbers, LeBron was every bit the player he was, and then some. Mm-hmm. So the league has had it out for LeBron a little bit on that one. But I'm sorry, Michael played plumbers, man. I hate to be the guy to say that.
Oh man, this guy said he played plumbers.
What is a Craig Elo?
Yo.
What is a Craig Elo? The closest thing we got to Craig Elo in this league would be JJ Redick, and JJ Redick is giving Craig 40. If we look at the teams that Michael played, Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton were in the same backcourt as Michael Jordan, and neither one of them were above 6'3". If we go to the park right now and they put a dude that's 5'8" on UD, you better get 40. Am I right?
The height advantage is different. I'm not gonna say that, but you can't hate on, and I'll take the argument. First thing is, you can't hate on someone that he was just more superior than everyone else. So I'll give him that. You can't hate on someone's God-given ability. People are getting, as you get better in sports, people get bigger, faster, stronger. That's something that evolution is. So I can't get mad of who's on there, who's not. You know, God blessed him to be where he was at in his era. LeBron is at where he's at with his era. But if we're gonna take every nook of everything, we can truly look at this. Who's had more help with it? You can look at all the help thing. All the guys that we consider great, no, I'm being honest, all the guys that we consider great did not have an all-star appearance besides Pippen. Horace Grant didn't have that all-star appearance. He had one. LeBron's had Wade. LeBron's had Bosh. LeBron's had all these guys had all-star appearances and averaged more than all his helping cast did. I can give you the numbers. I can give you stats. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. It still doesn't take about how great he is, but I'm just going to be like straightforward. Now, him facing people that were smaller than him, that was the era, but he also played people that were his size but couldn't keep up with his speed. They don't talk about that because they wouldn't dare guard him. What they did was, no one my size can, coach is like, no one his size can really guard him. Let's try a smaller guard because he has quicker feet. It's not Jordan's fault. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these are things. There were other players there that were big, but they moved them to the power forward position, and they knew there was no way in God's good green earth they can keep up with Jordan. So what they had to do is, Gary Payton example, let's put Gary Payton, who's shorter than him, but he can keep up with him, but then he's 6'6". He's got height. He's got strength. That's just mismatched rules in sports. That's not Jordan's fault. If there was someone that his size that could keep up with him, like Larry Bird and Magic with his size, could they play him on defense? No. Larry Bird said, and no one said this about LeBron James yet, I played Jesus Christ in basketball sneakers. A white man said that about a black man. You know what I'm saying?
But that's people love giving compliments to people they just whooped. You think if Michael Jordan would have hit that wide open jump shot that would have won the game for the Chicago Bulls in that first game of that series, he would have said that? No, I think Larry Bird would have sounded a whole lot different. It's easy to pat somebody on the butt after you like, good job, little whippersnapper. You ain't shit.
I mean, I can't agree with that. Like, it's hard to give it, but to give a compliment that great when he was like, yo, he basically was telling you guys, this guy's coming. That was his thing. Like, he's coming and he's not playing with y'all. And that was his thing. But they said Larry talked more smack to anybody. They said Larry would call out niggas more than niggas would call out niggas. Like, they said Larry was like, yo, I'm going to kill you. Like, there's nothing you can do. So that's just a compliment. Isaiah Thomas, who talks about that he's not the GOAT. I can go back to flashbacks on that Sid Hall show when he was just like, I don't know, man. Magic's my boy, but Michael Jordan, he the man. He got it. I can't say it. Then after, the whole situation happened, he switched up this tune and played different music. That's going to be a debate. Like, I mean, I'll respect LeBron's like, it's going to be for us to talk about it because they don't really want to put each other in that category. But it's hard to say. There's so many facts that go into who's better, who's not. Me, I have Jordan at that time because even when we break that up, and you said Gasol, they gave it to him. And I could get on that. You know what I mean? It seems, if you look at the numbers, you're 100% right. But there's other numbers too. Look at Carmelo Anthony's rookie year and LeBron James' rookie year. You're going to tell me with a straight face, if you look at the stats, that LeBron had a better rookie year than Carmelo Anthony when all the stats show? No, the stats do not show that. And look that up. The stats don't show that. And he took his team to the playoffs. Even though I'm just saying,
I'm confused. Who was Carmelo playing next to?
Rookie of the year goes by stats, yes or no?
I hear you, but I'm just saying, who was his teammate that rookie year?
I'm going by stats. You want to give me the teammate?
LeBron. Do you know one game? LeBron was at the free throw line one game, and they put his height, his weight, and his role on the team. They wrote savior. His role for the Cleveland Cavaliers was savior. The man was 18 years old. That's all I'm saying. He had to literally carry. He walked into a situation where Ricky Davis and them didn't even like him, where they was talking all that smack. The man walked on the court day one and said, yo, your hometown is on your back. We just gonna figure it out. We ain't even got no good players like that. We ain't been good. It's on you, big dog.
Nah, he had the most pressure and he lived up to the hype. I'm not taking that away from his greatness. But if you know that it comes down to stats, if I'm beating you in every category, I'm supposed to get that. And the reason I put that on to because he can complain about not getting that because his stats were better than Marcus. So I give it that all day. But then we're not going to say that Michael Jordan didn't get robbed when Charles Barkley beat him on numbers on the MVP that year, and then Karl Malone beat him on numbers on the MVP that year.
Charles Barkley, he didn't get robbed with Charles Barkley. That was Charles Barkley MVP.
And Karl Malone, so both those things, when they knew Jordan was giving it, Karl Malone deserved to get over Jordan as well as Barkley. Even if you say Barkley, I'm leaning towards Jordan, but I'll eat that way better than the year that Karl Malone got it over him.
Now, see now, the Karl Malone is a perfect example of why talking Jordan is literally backwards arguing. Because if Karl wasn't good enough for that award, then how was Karl good enough to be a tough competition in the NBA Finals? If Karl deserved it, and Karl was like, oh, Karl was tearing the league up. Nobody can stop Karl. And then Karl got to the NBA Finals, and Jordan was like, not here. It's like, whoo, Jordan stopped the juggernaut. But if we're making the argument that Karl robbed Michael Jordan of MVP, that sounds like Karl wasn't that guy.
Karl was the man. You can still be the man. There's other players that's going at it. They still give other people going against LeBron, Kevin Durant, when he's healthy, they'll go against other players. They put other people in those shoes, but you still know who the man is. They give it to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is a problem. Does he deserve, other than stat-wise, if he ever beats him, which he's not going to play a regular season, won't get it, but if he played a full season and he had better stats, people will be like, yo, you're good, but LeBron did better, or you're good, but someone did better. There's always that argument if someone can get it away from you. I believe that LeBron, even when he loses it to, I don't know, when's the last time he got robbed? I mean, Derrick Rose had a great year. He was a problem that year when he took it from, a lot of people said LeBron. I believe he earned it, but if someone said LeBron was the man, I would have saw that. But even if it still went to LeBron James, you're still going to say Derrick Rose was the illest point guard before he got injured. He was doing work. It doesn't diminish how great he is, but it doesn't mean you're the best.
Well, I'm going to be honest. If we talk about the last time LeBron James got robbed for an MVP, we can talk about this season right here. Because that bum in Milwaukee, the fact that he is a two-time MVP and a defensive player of the year in the same year, that we are ruining the value of the MVP. Do you understand the last 4 MVPs are bums? Like, I mean bums. I mean, if you had a top 3 pick in the draft to start the NBA, do you realize nobody would pick the last 4 MVPs? Ain't that some shit?
You think no one picked the last 4 MVPs?
Don't nobody want Giannis sorry ass. Don't nobody want Harden sorry ass. And Russell Westbrook, I don't know what happened to him. He must be in Space Jam early because the Monster must have took his talent. It might be time to hang it up. As bad as he looking.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in his career, but a lot of people were putting, and this is just like, I got to take personal out of it because I like people that play the complete game, defense and offense. Harden's defense has been suspect since he's put on the jersey. That's just a fact. They say he's improving, whatever. So, I mean, I won't go against that, but they still say he's one of the best scorers. If you're an offensive-minded coach, I can see someone taking him. Is he the best option out there? No. Now, with the Greek Freak, I can't deny it. His PR was a beast. And people got to understand this. It's a regular season award. Yes, he gets knocked out of the playoffs. That's what it is. But his regular season numbers, it's hard to argue that. And I said this before, and I believe you commented on it. I respect it, but I said this before. The regular season numbers were legit. We just knew that when it came down to the playoffs, he was going to get knocked out.
I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't never liked Giannis. And the fact that he won these MVPs make me like the NBA less. I don't give a damn if you running around. He plays with Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is a 7'1", 3-point shooting. I'm scared to rebound, brother. Like, he's allergic to rebounds. Allergic. If Giannis don't get 14 rebounds a game, they not going to be able to rebound. Just like, do you remember when Russell Westbrook was getting those triple doubles?
Yeah.
People were getting out of Russell Westbrook's way for him to rebound.
That's true.
So
That's
being
absolutely true.
6'11", playing next to a guy that doesn't rebound and getting 14 boards means absolutely nothing to me. Like, absolutely, it's like he runs down and he dunks on people. Does that mean he's a great overall offensive player? No, which is exactly why I'm not going to say he's a great defensive player, because you ain't never seen Giannis get down in that stance and say, I'm guarding this guy tonight. He like to run around people, block from behind, and all this other help defender crap.
So you're against the stats when they say basically when he's on the floor, the team's defensive rating goes up, because that's how they broke it down.
Well, that's because he dunks. This is why nerds got to get out of basketball. His PER is amazing, and then as soon as they be like, all right, no more dunking, he's like, well, I don't know what you do.
The PER is important too, because if you take PER away from other athletes when they're doing stat things, like LeBron's PER is pretty legit. Even all his MVP trophies, when he got those, his PER was off the wall. It helped the argument. So if you take that away from him, you got to take that away from everybody. So you're down with getting rid of PER, period.
I'm okay with that, because even without PER, you look at LeBron James and you look at Giannis, and you like, there's no way they from the same planet. Because that boy over there, sorry.
Nah, they're not. I'm not going to put him. He's not there. I'm not going to put, you know what I'm saying? He's still got to learn. He's still got to do his thing. He's got to get beaten up. It seems like he's getting beaten up for a major comeback. Hopefully, I don't know what his next thing is. He does have solid footwork. I think they're more impressive how agile he is at that size, and he's Euro stepping and he's moving, and his improvement. That I'll give it. Has he done lockdown? Let me bend down and put these hands up and get by me, D? Nah, he hasn't done that yet. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put him ahead where he's at. Can I say this? Every season he's improved? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I can't argue with that at all. His jump shot is broken. If he can fix that, I think everyone knows that they're in trouble. But it's easy to play him. Let him be outside, make him Euro step me from the three-point line with his footwork, and let's do it like that. But if he knocks that down, if he could become a 33% three-point shooter, I'll say 30% three-point shooter. We don't have to go any higher than 30%. When they just have to respect him being open, it's going to be a long day for a lot of players. And he's improved. I don't know where he's going to go next. I know we got different topics, and me and you could talk about this all episode. So, DJ Paul McAfee, what's the next topic?
Yo, man, the next topic is, should black people wear Gucci? There was a commercial that was out recently with A$AP Rocky, Tyler the Creator, and somebody else, you know, rocking Gucci and stuff like that, and basically promoting the whole Gucci thing. Since the whole blackface incident that they had, in the past, should black people be supporting Gucci? My personal belief, I feel like black people need to be spending their money somewhere else instead of spending so much money on freaking clothes to begin with. You feel me?
All right, well, black people, first of all, don't wear Gucci. Wear Mona, wear big fellas, and wear big money boys. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Because we actually put our money for the people, by the people, support the people, you know what I mean? Like, it's supporting black business. And Gucci, it's not black owned, it's not black run, and trust me, those money is not going back into the community. So buy those clothing lines. That's one note. Second thing I will say is we should spend our money in anything that supports us, whether it's a movement, whether it's our technology for us, whether it's for something that's going to help bring up our educational standards, our places of learning, building a bank, building, structures to help us in any way, shape, or form. That's what we should be spending our money on. Buying Gucci, like, it was the thing to do. I feel like everyone was doing it. I feel like when someone has a Gucci belt on, a Gucci shirt, or Gucci shoes, it's to, do their to up their status. Like, oh yeah, look what they got on. It's to turn heads and brag. But honestly,
I don't think I've ever owned anything from Gucci ever.
I think people spend money just to get a Gucci wallet, and that wallet makes them feel like they're the most important thing in the world. I'm just saying, like, all the money you spent on that, if you were to put it in anything else that might interest you personally, like, what made me start getting off of name brand stuff, and I'm being 100% with you, when I learned that they're making, and I was in middle school or whatever, or even younger, when someone broke down how much Jordans really cost, when someone's like, oh yeah, yo, them shoes, oh yeah, man, Jordans, yo, boom, $175, whatever. When a guy said, you know how much it costs to make Jordans, he showed me the paperwork that the junk cost $5.25. And then they put the logo on there and get shipped over here, and we pay those outrageous prices. I was done with like name brand stuff. I started looking at, does something actually look good on me, rather than looking at the Nike swoosh or the Gucci logo or whatever thing was on it. I was like, does something actually look good to me? And I could pull a card. I've gone into the Gucci store and saw bowling shoes. These were bowling shoes, but they had Gucci on it, and everybody was going crazy on them. And like, yo, it was one thing when something's hot. Like, I won't deny it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, there's some shoes out there. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
This means no longer has.
You seen them shoes? Golden Goose shoes or not? You seen those or not? So
the golden, like Margellas?
Nah, so basically they're shoes that look dirty. Like they already worn it. They're about $400. So when you buy them, they already look dirty. You feel me? So I seen like a lot of people wear these shoes. I'm like, yo, what's up with those shoes? I'm like, you paid for them to look dirty? They're like, yeah, these are Golden Gooses or something like that.
Look at what the fads did, yo. The fads made people start buying shit that had rips, tears, holes in it, looked like they were washed 50,000 times. You know, it started making sewing stuff that make your pants look like they were inside out, and people were buying it. Like, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, everyone's got their guilty pleasure. Like, I still cop Timbs. I know I'm getting raped for it. It is what it is. But I understand what the game. But I understand what the game is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know that, yeah, these Timbs probably cost more, no more than $15 to actually make, and I'm buying it for 100 plus. But I will never brag and be like, yo, these is Timbs. What do you got on? Oh, those is fake. I'm way better than you. And I just know the difference between my shoes and your shoes, or my clothes and your clothes, is that there's a logo on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Lance, break it down. How you feel about all this?
All right. Well, first off, Black people should not be wearing Gucci at all. At all. Like, if we all gonna be honest, no Black man should be wearing Gucci. I don't like being pandered to. It's one of my biggest issues with the Democrats right now. I feel like you're pandering to us to try to get our votes. But they went out and they doing work with Dapper Dan. Like after the fact, it was like they had the big backlash, and then all of a sudden, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Dapper Dan collection. It was like, bro, Dapper Dan been a monster. He been an icon. Why now? Yeah. And if for people to act like that doesn't mean anything, or the timing of that doesn't seem a little off, I'm not sure what you're paying attention to. Are you paying attention to the shines, or you just like the attention you get from wearing the Gucci? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, when that Gucci shit happened, I started playing Lotto, because I said, damn, I'm trying to win the Lotto, because I'm going downtown to Gucci. I'm gonna buy everything in there and I'm gonna burn it, because an example should be shown that this shit is garbage. Yeah. It's just a label and a clothing line that we make hot, just like most things. Yeah. We make it hot. So if there's not a respect given to us, why are we still making this shit hot?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole bunch of other brands. I'm not gonna say a whole bunch. Now that's stupid. Let me not say that. Let me make sure I say it right. I'm sure there is another brand that respects us enough not to do that kind of shit. But then I also feel like when I hear you guys talk about the doing better without money and all that, I hear you talk about what made you stop wearing name brands. And then I think to myself, well, why the hell ain't we making our own name brand if we know what it costs and what it turns into? You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, if the Jordans cost this much, well, damn, fuck a Jordan. Well, let's get a big fella sneaker. We know what it costs.
Yeah.
And because we know what it costs, we can sell it at a lower price. We can bring a different value because we're doing it for us, for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's two things that can be done in that realm. We we can find brands that respect us and put our money behind it, or we can create the brands and respect ourselves. You know what I mean?
100%.
But with that, and I agree with you, when do we like find the balance? Because I'll give you a perfect example of something that was for us by us. We could talk about FUBU. That was for the streets. That was for us. I was from New York. He did it right. We were backing it. And that seemed like that money was going within our community. And then it's like, I won't say, so much he changed, but it became whack to wear FUBU, even though we know the story and how he was doing it and how you could look fresh and not spend all that money. You feel what I'm saying? But then people was like, oh, this is whack. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, okay, it's hot. It's a trend. Our clothes are always trend. How do we be like, stay with the trends and be like, okay, like, because now if you wear FUBU, people are going to laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But at one point in time, if you have FUBU, you was that guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when my question you, I guess, or like, if I'm trying to have like actually explain, like, how do we stop that? Like, how do we make, because we can make something like, I believe Big Money Boys, Mona, your shit's hot. I think Big Fella shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to come to the point where it's be like, okay, that shit was hot, but what's the next step? And someone else is gonna come. How do we stop us from we support our own shit being hot to it becoming whack? Like, what's the move that has to be made? It's a good question. I know you gotta think about it.
Okay, like, all right. I guess off the top, those brands change because those brands get sold. Like a lot of those lines, they're hot. Like because Fat Farm's another one. Even if you go to Vocal with Nelly and Apple Bottom Jeans, a line like that is gonna be hot as long as Nelly's hot. A line influenced by Russell and what he feels the culture looks like and what he interprets fashion to be for us doesn't have that feeling when he sells the company and it's no longer his essence and his imprint on what's given to us. It's no longer about us. So without saying that you shouldn't take the deal that could set you up to do something else, because that happens a lot. You have this incredible idea. Instagram started out with an incredible idea. It got bought out for that money. You don't tell them, oh no, battle out. They're like, well, shit, this might be the cash out moment.
Yeah.
We just have to find a way to continue to support our own. So if it works like a recycle process, like, or Fat Farm, they've been sold out, so we lost them. We should already have something that we like in like waiting off to bring that up to the table to replace the Fat Farm. If Fat Farm gone, we gotta, Big Fellas is pushing because we're not supporting the lines that don't support us and love us. So we're not even looking your way, Gucci. What's this? Oh, okay, well now, you know what I'm saying? It just has to be, we have to respect ourselves, respect the brands that respect us, and make sure we're just doing our best to support our own.
And that comes with sitting at the table and respecting each other. And by that, I mean, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You got Big Money Boys, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got your money, money over nonsense. I always, you know what I'm saying? Mona, like, okay, boom, we sat at the table, we talk, and they be like, hey, yo, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to sell to the other side. I got a big cash out deal, but I'm gonna help Big Fellas come up, or, you know what I mean, whatever. And then when it's your turn, we gotta look for the next little brother to help them come up too. And I don't think that's what happens. I think once someone cashes out, they just like, well, I'm exiting stage left. You know what I'm saying? But the only true way to do it is, like you said, like, help someone come up. But you have to be like, Russell should have sat down with, Sean Combs or whoever had the, next line that was up next. I'm gonna give you all my resources or all my knowledge to make your stuff hot. And then when it's time for you to sell out, you got to pass that along to the next man. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that doesn't happen. So, we have to really sit down together as a community and be like, I made my money, but I want you to make your money too. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. I really think like people make it and then they just leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one thing I want to say is I seen Lance post the other day. It's like, yo, black people, we known for frying chicken, right? But how come there's not like a black-owned franchise fried chicken spot. You feel me? We got KFC, we got Popeyes, we got
KFC. But see, you gotta know your history. Like, we do need to own some shit, but KFC is a black recipe. Colonel Sanders bought that off of a former slave that knew how to fry chicken. You know, no white man did 11 herbs and spices. That's not of his culture. But no, that's a fact. I know it's funny, but that's a fact. I'm not even being, comic shit. Like, he bought his recipe from that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he took it, he tasted it, believed it was the best thing ever, and he just pushed it until everyone thought KFC chicken was the best. I get the point where how come we don't own something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that comes with, like we said in previous episodes, we have to respect the movement. We have to respect, hey, we're gonna go buy, DJ Papa Maccable's fried chicken. It's the best fried chicken. We gotta push it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't look for deals. If you're willing to bust out $50 at KFC, I should be willing to bust out $65 at his because I'm trying to help him come up. Or at least without any problem, give them the 55 that I would spend there. But if you really talk about putting your people ahead, hey, I'll drop 50 here, I'm gonna drop 65 there. Why? Because this is for us. You know what I mean? We got to push that message.
Facts.
All right, on to the next topic. So, Ice Cube, has this thing called contracts with Black America. Is it like that? Hold up. Let me just make sure I'm saying that correct. Yeah, contract with Black America, So, he's working with, not that he's working with, he was contacted by the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, I guess, for the needs for, Black America, stuff like that. Some people felt like he was working with Trump and, they came against him on his Twitter and Instagram and all this other bullshit. But, he's not working with them. You feel me? He was only contacted by them like, hey, how is this going to work for the, for the Black community within America and stuff like that. So I don't know if you read up on that or watched a little bit about that. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I mean, listen, I told you how I felt last episode. I'm not going to repeat it again. I feel like, our choices are both BS, whatever. If they're both contacting him and like, Lance just said, like, they're trying to cater to us, obviously. Democrats and Republicans' track record for Black people isn't good. I don't care, who you're talking about. So they're contacting him because they're trying to cater to get those votes.
100%.
Can I get on the side of, hey, if you want, I don't know how much they gave him or what they're trying to do, but if they're trying to pay this man to get out to it, I would say like, don't sell your people short. Like, are you really, how much are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? To push it? Is he doing a little something to make some money from it? He doesn't really need the money. I got to get more details to it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to pull the trigger on, but it's like, I don't really care about it. Like, they can put whoever they want there. And like, they're trying to get somebody to, Ice Cube's doing this. So let me, let me see what's up with it. Let me get interest in it. If at the end of the day, his number one agenda was, because I didn't hear him really speak on it and put all his details on it. If his number one agenda was to go vote, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't really heard him say that he's supporting Trump or Joe Biden. And I think he's both. I've heard him go on record before this saying that, both these people are crooks. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the heads or tails of the situation is, to be honest with you.
What I know about the situation, because I'm never, I don't want to say never, but for the most part, I'm not a fan of when a tide rolls all together. It's like, that's too much of a perfect storm. So when I looked into it, he said he was contacted by both parties. He also said that he is not endorsing either one of those candidates. Yeah. I feel like those are the two most important statements that need to be made when talking about this. Because when people are genuinely trying to help you, trying to help a race of people, a disenfranchised people, when they're sitting there and they're out there trying to do the work, no smear campaign. The man ain't say he was voting for Trump, so we're not going to try to say he's not a Trump guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? He said he was contacted, and the Democratic Party said, we'll circle back to you after we win the election.
Yep.
But how many times is you gonna look at a people and say, yeah, when we get right, when we set it up? It's to me, speaking for myself, it was the most asinine thing you could say to a people that have already been waiting for change. Oh, yeah, keep waiting. Yeah, let us get this election. But you're popping up on a damn versus battle for Monica and Brandy. Oh, you had time for that, Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But you didn't want to talk to him and at least take the meeting the way they did. So what exactly is he supposed to do if you literally came to them and said, listen, I got a plan that's gonna help people. He said he's coming to the table to help Black people. I'm not endorsing Trump. Both parties reached out to me. Why are Black people killing them?
100%.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Are we not? And this is literally why sometimes last show we talked about the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing. I don't mean to go back. I hate when we don't let the facts speak. The man said plain English, I'm not endorsing them. This is for Black people. First people to criticize him is who? Black people. That's the problem. They said the man was a contributor to the bill. They took one of the main things that he got in the bill with $500 billion into Black communities and businesses and things like that. $500 billion.
Yep.
Why are Black people criticizing them?
And he's trying to get reparations too.
It makes no sense.
For people that were descendants of slaves as well. So I'm like, yo, this contract with Black America doesn't even seem like a bad idea.
Exactly.
But it's like, you can't make everybody happy. There's always somebody's gonna go criticize, like, well, you're working with Trump, so F you. And it's just like, yo, people don't understand, like, you have to sit down at the table to make contracts, agreements, treaties, or whatever to get what you want, to be like, hey, look, this is where we stand. This is our people. Just because I sat down with Trump or sat down with Biden or whatever doesn't mean like we totally agree. We're trying to come to an agreement. So there's not this, hostility with the Black community in America. You feel me? And then people come over here and freaking attack them and stuff right now. So I feel like they has his intentions in the right place. Go ahead, D-Wise.
No, it's fine. Like, I definitely wanted you to be heard. It seems that it's the same story every 4 years. You know what I mean? Every 4 years they start saying, we hear you. Or, this is what we're going to do for you. But it's like, but bro, like all the other years, it's just during the elections that they want to fix things. Or, oh, you know what we should do? We should do this. But all this shit they come and kiss babies, or they come to the neighborhood, or they come give speeches, or they come say what they could do during elections. Killer Mike said this during the block conference he was about. He was like, yo, we need to come together and, and go to whoever's on, whoever's sitting down at the time. I don't give a fuck if it was, he said Obama, Trump, your mama, I don't care. What are you going to do for Black people? These are our demands. This is what needs to be met. If you can do this, you get our vote. If you can't, it's time to go to the next person. So like you said, you're going to have to go sit down, you know what I'm saying, with the man to open the door of conversation. There's never a problem with that. Why people get upset with that, I think they hate Trump so much that sitting down with him, period, means like betrayal, or it means you're selling out, or it means that you don't care. But like Lance said, like you said, you gotta go, if you got something for people, you have to go to who's in charge at the time. Right now, he's in charge of the time. He might not be when election day, but right now he's a man sitting down, and we need changes like tomorrow. We always say we need change. So when he goes up there and does it, and you don't really say anything, or you know what I'm saying, or you just disagree, or you don't let the whole message be sat out, you know, to really make this work, you're going to have to work with Republicans and Democrats, because that's who's really controlling things as far as in Congress. You're going to have to go sit down with somebody that said some bullshit. Why? Because the people at this point in time voted for this bullshit. So I got to go deal with it. You know what I mean? Everybody wants these rights, but who's really down to get dirty to get them?
Facts. I got two. I just got two more quick points on this. People criticize Michael Jordan all those years for not getting political, right?
100% all the time.
Right? People killed him. Michael Jordan is the voice that was heard during the lockout for the white owners that maybe didn't have to hear a black man voice in that room. We killed them for years. But here he was in the position to do it because he did it the way that we don't feel like maybe it should have been done that way, or we couldn't have done it that way. But the man's in the room. You can't be heard if you're not in the room. The man got to the room. And Ice Cube said the same thing. Oh, when I did this, I was a sellout. I think he posted it on his page the other day. Yeah. When I did this, I was a sellout. This, and this. And then my other point is, the man is from NWA and put out a song called "Fuck the Police." Y'all turning on the man to put out "Fuck the Police" to vote for a nigga locking up your uncles, your daddies, your brothers with this fucking crime bill. So who's the real sellout? Who looks funny? The man looking for change, and you like, oh no, let's go vote for the brother with the 3 strikes. Come on, yo. It's just funny. It don't look right. It don't feel right, especially if you didn't do your research to be out front like that.
100%, I agree. You want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that we said what need to be said, and all the points were very valid. You know what I mean? You know, I guess more of the story is, yo, shut the fuck up and do something, or shut the fuck up and listen. You feel me?
You know, I'm gonna say we gotta grind, be independent. You know, tag up our own money so we can be self-reliant. You feel me?
Big facts.
Dr. Dre's wife investigated for embezzlement of $300,000. So, he took $385,000 from out of one of their business accounts or whatever like that, right before filing for divorce and stuff like that. You know, I feel like that's kind of effed up. That's kind of grimy, you know? So
you gotta let Lance get to this, because I'm actually very excited to hear what he's gonna say about it. But also talk about that, you know, he won his case. She's not getting that multi-million-dollar, what'd she say, like $3 million a year shit. So I'm happy about for both accounts, but I gotta let Lance talk about this one because I feel that this is gonna be entertaining and truthful. So go ahead, Lance, knock a home run out with this one.
All right, I think it was 1.5 a month that she was asking for. Bitch. So, yo, she should be in jail. She like lock her ass up. Like, come on, like, and this bothered me. And the most important thing, I love you, Dr. Dre. This is respectfully said.
Yeah, the chronic.
You know what I mean? Like, jail, bro, jail. That's stealing. Unauthorized fucking withdrawals from a business account, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If it ain't authorized, it's stealing. It was cute. You wanted to say you needed 1.5 a month, and you need to be taken care of. Yo, this is bogus. This is disrespectful. She got no class, respectfully. She should be in jail, respectfully. But this is the kind of bullshit that niggas go through when they make it. Dr. Dre, you handling yourself like a class act. You are showing how to conduct yourself in a stressful time. You're an example, so you should be applauded for that. But this kind of shit is jail worthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most respectful way I could put it. Bitch.
Yo,
here's a question though to that. I agree with everything he said. Is he gonna push it in your mind? Because I think he has kids with her. So is he gonna push it? Yes or no?
He didn't file a report.
Nah,
he didn't file no report.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that. You know, his lawyer's gonna talk to her lawyer like, look, this is what we got on you. Just go ahead and drop this and whatever. You know how it is. They don't settle outside of court.
You know what I do? I'll be like, well, listen, since you're talking about alimony, consider that your first 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and I get what you on the flip side. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lose. You feel me? Like, okay, I'm not sending you to jail, but what you will sign, so I don't send you to jail, is your little alimony check I'm supposed to give. There goes right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until we get caught up to the game, like, I'm not just gonna. You got to pay for that somehow, some way. And if you blew all that money, that's your fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your alimony. You know, suffer until 5 more months or 6 more months when I gotta give you another check. But that ain't happening. Like, she should have to, like, you know, do something to pay for it. Not let's forgive and forget type shit. But you know, he said.
There was another entertainer this week. I believe Jesse Williams. He got to settle for
$40,000 a month.
A month for child support.
For joint custody.
God damn,
$40,000 a month for joint custody.
Joint custody, bro. $40K. Yo, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's like 50-50 joint custody or like some 70-30 shit.
I think it's 50-50 joint custody, like physical custody, 50-50.
Yo, that's what state?
I don't even know, but I was getting into little discussions with women all over, shade room comments, like Hollywood, all them little blog sites, because people just sitting there talking crazy, like she deserves everything. She was with him before, and I just was like, bro, it's like, so being a good partner means there's a price. That's crazy to me. Like, you can literally up the price because you know.
The topic is something completely different though, because we're not talking about your alimony. We're talking about child support. These are two different. We got to separate the minds and educate people. What child support is for the children. If I have 50-50 custody, I'm doing just as much as you are. There should be no child support being paid to you. Now, if you want to say she deserves everything, which I might not agree with you, but at least I want you to be educated to understand that, you know, she deserves everything with alimony, I'm sorry. Then we're talking about the marriage and relationship, how long she's been there. That's a different conversation. We're talking about child support. This is for the kids. There should be no money reward if it's 50-50. Only time money is rewarded if they say the thing is like 70-30, 60-40, because now they're saying she needs help because she has the kids more often. That's a different conversation than 50-50, here's that money. She don't deserve. Yo, I don't know, man. I know law. You know what I mean? And that don't make no sense, but I don't know what state he's in. And I need to know because I don't want to ever move there.
And she got 2 cars, and I think she got a house or 2.
Yeah, like it's just crazy because they're gonna be like, look, when he's or her is home with the father, he stays at a $30,000 a month mortgage house, and he's accustomed to that over there. So for him to stay in my apartment in Malibu, that's only like $4,000 a month. I need to live in a house that's similar, and and then the school is about $20,000 a year, and he's accustomed to driving a Bentley, and I need to drive a Bentley too, even though I don't work and he does all the work. Like, yo, this shit is crazy.
But those conversations, and I hear it is bullshit, but those conversations has nothing to do with child support. You feel what I'm saying? Those conversations belong in the how much do I grown accustomed to this lifestyle. That's all alimony and palimony conversations. Child support is to take care of the child. So if I have 50% of the time, you have 50%. Like, that has nothing to do with all that. Yo, I don't know, bro.
Everything you're saying is right, but when you're getting $40K for child support, it's like, hey, call it what you want. I'm getting $40K.
I feel you, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Like.
And then you know what's crazy? Because you were just saying that that how the woman can say I got accustomed to the lifestyle and all that. if it's about the kid being accustomed to the lifestyle, why did you not give the kid to the breadwinner? Ain't that the only person who should be getting accustomed to anything?
Yeah, like, yo, then, you know what I mean? But I shouldn't have to pay you for that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it shouldn't be paid nothing.
Yeah, and like, especially if we live, and then certain things go is, you got to make sure that you only live so far away after you get divorced if you have split custody anyways. So 50-50, you're really not supposed to go too far off. I don't even think you're allowed to leave the county, to be honest with you, without getting in trouble. I'm dead serious. Like, you really have to get permission for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you have just as much right to the child as the other person does. So man, listen, I can build you a guest house in the backyard. You can stay there since the child has to be accustomed to something. Like, that don't even make no sense, yo. Like, I'm really trying to wrap my mind around how that's, man. Yo, what's the next topic, yo?
All right, so we got some upset fans about Power Ghost Book 2 because they discontinued the show until December, yo. So look, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on it because I'm a Power fan.
Listen, but before you say that, that's what Power's been doing. Even since the first Power, they had delays, late things. When's it coming back? Disappearing for 4 months, come back in 3. Like, they've been doing that. This is not a surprise. But go ahead, lay your point down.
Yo, but it's some bullshit though. You feel me? Some big bullshit. First of all, nobody wanted to see a series with Tyreek off the jump. You feel me? So, so you know, Power came out. I went ahead, paid for stars. You feel me? Just to watch 6 fucking episodes. I actually got into the fucking episodes. I'm like, damn, yo, this shit's actually pretty good with, Mary J. Blige and, Method Man and stuff like that and all these new characters and shit like that. You feel me?
You paid for stars instead of just paying for a jailbroken Fire Stick? How dare you?
Yeah, my Fire Stick out there. My Fire Stick, so.
Oh, man. Listen, we'll talk after this is done. I can't give out all the secrets, but damn.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
Whatever. So I pay that extra $2-3 for stars at the moment to then, to get hooked to these 6 new episodes and then be like, yo, to be continued in December. I'm like, nah, ain't this some bullshit?
Why don't you just cancel your subscription and then get it back up in December?
This subscription and then freaking, I guess, get a Fire Stick.
Man, listen, for one show, boy, nah, I'm good. I never understood it.
Nah, man, the show's fire, man. You actually enjoy it. But yo, the show's actually pretty good. I don't know if Lance, if you watch it or not.
Oh yeah, the show fire. I'm gonna be honest with you. My partner said the same thing. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even want to see this fucking show. Fuck Tyreek. He's dead. Yo, he's dead serious. Even when Tyreek got good moments, like in the show now, where like the part where Mary J asked him, like, yo, which one of my kids I could trust?
Spoiler alert. Now you can talk.
Oh shit, yeah. Spoiler alert. My fault.
We can talk about it because it's already out. Yo, the show.
No, because there's people that don't watch things until, like, you know what I mean? Everything's all said and done. So it's all good. We're gonna talk about it. I'm just letting him get a warning now. That's all.
Yeah, all right, cool. Spoiler alert, motherfuckers. So like she asked him, like, yo, which one of my kids can I trust the most? And he looked at her, he was like, me, of course. And he was like, and she looked at him like, my nigga. My brother still looked at the damn scene like, yo, I can't stand this nigga, yo. Fuck this little nigga. And it's like,
that's how
like,
good the show is, though.
You gotta be impartial, bro. You part of the media. He like, nah, fuck that nigga, yo. That nigga ain't shit.
Yo, and this is why I tell people like how good the show is, because you get so emotionally attached that you really hate this nigga in real life. You feel me?
Fact.
Yeah.
Like, so they really grabbing you as a viewer or whatever. You feel me? That's why I fuck with the show. I think my new favorite character on the show will probably be Kane because he's just so ruthless. Like, you feel me? Like he's ready to shoot the police. He just there to freaking pop somebody in the mouth and just whatever. So. I can't wait to see what happens with his character. And also too the white boy that's slanging the drugs with Tyreek seemed like he may probably turn into like a new Tommy. It's like another Tommy and Ghost type of situation. You feel me?
I was waiting for Tommy to come back on some G shit. You know what I mean? I know he went over to the West Coast and all, but I was waiting for this nigga to make an appearance. So we'll see. But Wow. Yeah.
Honestly, like, yo, Tommy come back, he'll cancel Christmas on fucking Tyreek and Tasha. You feel me? Tasha, yo, wait till he finds out, like, you know, Tasha ratted on him. He gonna cancel Christmas on her ass. You feel me?
Mm.
Yo, you said Tasha. I hate that character.
Yeah, for real.
That is some of the most, like, Tyreek, do what you gotta do for your mama. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's like, yo, it has been 10 minutes since the last time you talked to him. You're in a completely different role just that quick.
Yeah.
Like it kills me.
Yo, and at the end of the day, like, she deserves to be locked up. Yo, you feel me? How much blood?
Hell yeah.
Tyreek, how much blood they have on their hands. It's like, yo, man, they shouldn't be free. Period. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
On some real shit, like, when you just think about it. Like, nigga killed his father, nigga got his Raina killed, nigga got the other cop killed. Like, he's just like just a big fuck up. You feel me?
That's a fact.
So it's like, yo, like, I don't know, like, how long you'll see his character last, but I'm kind of really looking forward to the whole West Coast shit with Tommy, because, you know, Tommy finna kill a lot of motherfuckers. I get to see him get involved with Bloods and Crips and essays in LA and all this other crazy shit and a bunch of other new characters, and yeah, that shit finna be crazy. You know what I mean?
Facts. I can't wait for that.
Yo, 50, if you watching this, you know, you can holler at me, DY, Big Money Lance. We down for a couple cameos up in the new, you know, you can have Tyreek come down to Daycon 305. You know, I might be his cousin. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. You feel me? Hit up Lance. You feel me?
That's a fact. Available.
If you get me on the show, 50, I'm slapping the fuck out of somebody. First quarter. I don't play these shits. I'm not an actor. You feel what I'm saying? And niggas know who I'm slapping off the jump. Like, nah. He's like, nigga, I'm an actor. Like, nah, you know what you did. You could have said no to that part. You read the script before you act. You know what I mean? Like, don't give me this shit. It wasn't me. Nah, man. You like that shit. You smiled. You thought this shit was going to make your career. Fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, son. I'm just, nah, all jokes aside, though, like I said, the shit's real, but I mean, it's to be expected. Like, how many times they do back and forth with the, you know what I'm saying, power. It's gone, it's back. It's gone, it's back. Who killed Ghost? It's coming back. Oh, wait, no, you gotta wait 2 more months. Like, they've been doing that shit. It's part of the, like, I feel that's how they reel you in. And then you like, what the fuck? And then you can't wait for it to come back. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's done on purpose. I don't think there's no accident to it. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree. Soap opera shit.
Yeah.
It's a really good show. Like, the person that doesn't watch too much TV, like, you know, it's a really good show. It's like one of the only shows I actually look forward to or want to catch. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, it's coming out at midnight. Like, I'll set my alarm to make sure I watch it. You feel me? It's definitely like a family event. You feel me? And it's definitely like when you talking to, you know, to other people, it's like, yo, did you see what Tommy did? Did you see what? It's like, yo, you know. So it's definitely that it's one of the best shows out, to be honest. You got 2 more topics and we about to be done, yo. Versus season 2 is coming out soon. You know, I was looking forward to those versus battles. You know, some of them were entertaining and stuff like that. So versus is coming out. And the last topic, versus. Oh, Cardi B, her news was leaked. Did anybody get a chance to see that or not?
She was a stripper.
Yeah.
This means nothing. I don't care. Like, why is this even a surprise? Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I linked up with Lance before. We went to a strip club. We probably saw her in there.
100%.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, this surprises nobody. If you've ever been, you know what I'm saying, at a strip club, or you ever worked at one, or whatever, you know what time it is. You know what happens. You know what goes down. We ain't need to paint the picture for you, because if you haven't, then that means you're not meant to know what the lick is. So that's your fault. But if you on the other side of the fence, you know what I mean? This ain't no big deal. I don't even know what we're talking about. All she gonna do, she might have put it out on purpose, just because she wants to make sure she still got it. You feel what I'm saying? Because the whole Offset thing, like, hold on, let me let people know that I can still twerk. Like, this ain't nothing special. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, why are we even talking about it? Like, real talk, man. I'll let y'all put y'all 2 pieces in it, but whatever.
I mean, we gotta put it out there just because it's relatively.
I feel you, but
Only thing I'm gonna say about it is it was nice.
But it's like, you know what this is? Like someone's like, oh, she got this tape out, it leaks. And been like, oh, did you know that the sky's blue? Like, nigga, yeah, duh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I need a recording of it? Like, this is just obvious. Like, yo, you know, pit bulls bite. Like, yeah, I know. Like, yeah, but we got it on film. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, all right, man. It is, yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One more thing. That thing was nice. No disrespect, Offset.
She's not with him no more. So there's no disrespect done.
Man, they didn't like they still together, man. They were.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're doing that co-parenting thing. You feel what I'm saying? And they're respected for the child, but like, I really think he's doing him and she's doing her. But you know, I can't put hardcore evidence. I'm not in the house, but that's, you know what I'm saying. But you know, it is.
2020, people got all types.
One thing I gotta pop out before we take off though, and I gotta ask this is directly for Lance. What's up with your boy Tom Brady forgetting what down it was?
Sometimes you so far ahead of people on the regular that you forget you get ahead of yourself. Like
Tom Brady, yo, listen, the Tom Brady that you say is the greatest quarterback ever lived, that's not a debate. You feel what I'm saying? Would never do that. Like, I'm not gonna give him that pass. Like, bro, that is not Tom Brady-esque at all.
When it happens in the playoffs, then we beef. My man was over. He was like, I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna hit that, I'm gonna get that. All right, let's get it. And he was like, oh shit, I didn't get the first one. That's all. It's early. It's Tom fucking Brady, baby. You know what I mean?
But Tom fucking Brady doesn't do that, man. You are a student of football, the way like I know basketball. Like, you know, you played it, you were on point. So you have to pay consequences for that, bro. You got to keep it real with him. Don't give him the pass because of who he was. Like, you know what I mean? That's not a good for any quarterback. The fact that it's Tom Brady and we talk about his genius, that's not a good sign, my nigga.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm because you're right. You called out my football knowledge. You're right. I'm gonna approach it like that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If a sorry motherfucker ever bring up some shit like that on me, and I'm the greatest to ever do it, you may not play next week, nigga. How you like that shit? Third down in the fourth week of the season, and you hollering my name? Not here, not me. Take your ass to the bench. That's how I'd have handled it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, Tom Brady's the GOAT. He get a pass for me.
I'm not taking away his status, but when you're on that status, you got to pay. When you do things, if LeBron James misses a free throw, I got to, like, nigga, what? You too good for that. If he misses there's certain thing when you're great, I still got to come at you when you mess up. No one's perfect, but I did think that was a critical error. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, number one, we're not even gonna put it out there that LeBron James misses late free throws. He's over 84% in late time or go ahead free throws in the clutch. But if LeBron James missed a free throw in like the fourth game of the season, I'm like, he'll make it up to me. It's too soon to worry about this. Like, this is like, it's Tom fucking Brady. Like, when people were saying that the Clippers were gonna beat the Lakers, like, oh, Kawhi looks great. Playoff P, the stroke is back. I was sitting back and I'm like, them boys are suckers. Watch this. So that's what I'm saying about Tom Brady. People been saying Tom Brady's been falling off for 3 to 5 years now, depending on who you listen to. I ain't worried about 3 games in. If we looking like this week 10, week 12, where he's sharp, and I mean razor sharp, then I get concerned. It's just too early.
I'm not gonna knock it, you know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna take away his greatness. Like they said, I mean, he's already established as the greatest quarterback in NFL, period. So that doesn't take away from it. I just get concerns when you start seeing things that is happening that never happened to him before. That's my level of concern. Like pick sixes, Tom Brady throwing pick sixes, like Tom Brady doing intentional grounding, Tom Brady really getting touched. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's his job, but these are things that we've never seen from him. So that's when I like raise my eyebrow, like, yo, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying?
Only thing I would say to ease your mind about those concerns is we've never seen him in the Tampa Bay jersey.
All right, check.
All right, that's today's show.
What's up?
That's it. We wrapping it up.
All right, yo, you know what I mean? Hey, yo, just want to shout out everybody. You know, thanks for tuning in, you know what I mean? You already know your boy Lance Jaber did his thing, you feel what I'm saying? You already know your boy DJ Pablo Maccabee do his thing. You already know your boy D-Wise do his thing all the time. Thank you for tuning in. Much respect, you know what I'm saying, for Lance jumping in with us. It's a pleasure, brother, as always, you know what I mean?
Anytime.
You already know you're going to have to do this again with us, you feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Big fellas all day. We out.
Peace.